Welcome to Fandango's Big Ticket. The Flash is our big ticket movie of the week.
I really wanted to make an opening that just capture the attention of the audience. You have to really take advantage of your opening scene to, especially now with people like with the audiences being hard to capture their attention. And
you got one shot.
And I really wanted to not only from an audience perspective, but I really wanted to put Flash to a test in the sense of, you can be the fastest man alive, but still there will be something that will put you to a test. And if you have to save 4 babies of being burned, even though you're the fastest man alive, you will have to use your wit to solve those problems. And that's the way to do it.
Get your tickets now and be sure to check out our full interview on Fandango.com. In theaters this week, a superhero with a need for speed, an animated flick with all the right elements, and a horror comedy to make sure you laugh and scream, although probably not at the same time, although I would. It's all coming up this week on Big Ticket.
Bruce, I could fix things. You could also destroy everything.
This can't be happening. I completely broke the universe.
Running into theaters is the DC film The Flash. After making multiple appearances over the past 7 years in various DC films and TV series, Ezra Miller's The Flash is finally getting his own movie, which is a big reason to rush out to theaters this weekend. Another reason to get excited, especially if you're into DC comic books, is that elements of this film were influenced by the Flashpoint story arc from the comics in 2011, which includes an alternate DC universe with a lot of crossovers. And speaking of crossovers, along with The Flash hanging with another version of himself, this film will include the appearance of not only Ben Affleck's Batman, but also Michael Keaton's Batman. Keaton was last seen in 1989's Batman and 1992's Batman Returns. And according to critics who are loving this movie, Keaton is a scene stealer.
We all live by one simple rule.
Elements cannot mix.
The pipe squished me all out of shape.
Also in theaters this week is the animated flick Elemental. This Disney Pixar original is set in a place called Element City, where fire, water, air, and land residents all live together. There, a fiery young woman named Ember, very clever, begins to question her beliefs about the world she lives in. It's a very Pixar-esque premise, and the main reason to see this one. Another reason to give Elemental a look and a listen is because of the talented voice cast. It's a mix of young talent like main stars Aaliyah Lewis and Mamadou Athie, along with more established actors in supporting roles like Catherine O'Hara, Wendy McClendon-Covey, and Joe Pera. And if you're still waiting for another element to help persuade you, consider the resume of director Peter Sohn. Not only did he direct 2015's The Good Dinosaur, but he also lent his voice to animated movies like Ratatouille, Monsters University, and Lightyear.
Where are you going?
Look for the fuse box. What kind of house is this? No, thank you.
The Blackening?
And finally, to complete the trifecta of completely different types of movies opening this week is the horror comedy The Blackening. Backed with the eye-catching tagline, "We Can't All Die First," this movie follows a group of Black friends on a weekend getaway who encounter a masked killer. The friends have to try and survive by using their knowledge of horror movie tropes, and of course, comedy and chaos ensues. But that fun and funny premise isn't the only reason to check this one out, considering it was directed by Tim Story, whose comedy resume includes the movie Barbershop and the Ride Along franchise. Plus, The Blackening is based on a 2018 short film of the same name by the comedy troupe Threepeat. And considering some of the best comedies ever came courtesy of comedy troupes like Monty Python and Second City, this one is definitely worth keeping an eye on. But I'm going to sleep with one eye open. That's it for this week's Big Ticket. Hopefully this helped make your decision in a flash on what to see in theaters. And don't forget, you can get your tickets now to one or all of these at Fandango.com. Thanks for watching Fandango's Big Ticket. See you next week.